Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my throwback battle today. And I know I should be uploading battles like with. I've been battling some very cool PokeTubers out there, and I'm really gonna get those battles up. But I need to record them and such. So anyway, until that's up, I'm going to give you guys a throwback battle against this guy Phil. He was part of the Greek gamer guy, and that's me screaming in the background. Uh, yeah. Anyway, so um, yeah. Anyway, so you remember? I hope you guys remember what I had to say about the guys and the, generally people around here just play by their own rules. They just mix up anything that is overused. They tend to follow stereotypical teams, team designs, of course, and that leads to nowhere, actually. I mean, one classic example here is Dragon Dance. Now, I'm not trying to undermine my opponent, but I spent months in a group where I was trying to discuss and bounce off some decent ideas, and compared to what I know from foreign to Greek PokeTubers, I mean, first of all, we don't have that much PokeTubers, and secondly, Greeks are stubborn. Actually, they never listen. Okay, so I think I mentioned that in a few battles in the past. So anyway, my opponent is at +2, still not fast enough to outspeed my phobia thing. So it's kind of a predicament right here for my opponent. There is nothing that they can do to kill off my Galvantula. So my opponent is at +2, and I know that if they could not outspeed Galvantula at +2, they will not outspeed Aerodactyl, especially the Mega on turn 2. So even an Adamant one is faster than Tyranitar. No calcs needed because Tyranitar is really dirt slow. Not even 2 Dragon Dances. Unless this was not a correct nature, I'm not sure. I did not do any calcs at that time. So anyway, in comes the godforsaken banned Pokemon Greninja, but this was a battle before the whole Greninja scandal came about, because this is a very old battle. So anyway, I'm going to go for the Stone Edge, because I know that if I try to set up here, this Greninja will probably one-shot me. And in comes Suicune. Now, this battle could have been 5 minutes, tops. But the reason why it was prolonged was because I thought to myself that I'm being a douche and sweeping my opponent, and in a way I kind of underestimated my opponent. I'm like, yeah, okay, why not? Sure. Why should I sweep him with a Megarodactyl? As if, people on YouTube don't like sweeps. You guys hate sweeps. You like complicated, stupid battles, right? And I was wrong. So I set up at a +2, and I knew that with the sandstorm up and all that going on, I knew that I could take anything from the Suicune. So now my opponent has this classic Calm Mind, Scold, Rest, slash Ice Beam, slash Sleep Talk thing going on, and Suicune is pretty awesome and very popular, and I like the Pokemon a lot. So a +2 Stone Edge does fantastic work here. So anyway, I could have died here, but I decided to switch out because that was my thought process. I was like, okay, I really do not want to sweep this guy. So I'm going to send in Athena, my Noctowl, because I really wanted to try it in a mixed tier battle. Now, thing is, with other PokeTubers, at least, people have the decency. It's a chest arrest, by the way. Other people have the decency to, I mean, you arrange the tiers and say, okay, I want to play NU, I want to play OU, I want to play Ubers. But that's not the case with the guys over here. They just throw in random shit, and they freeze hacks you, and they expect to play ball this way. So anyway, Athena is Noctowl, and it is inspired by the goddess Athena, which was symbolized as wisdom, and her symbolic animal was the owl. So I think it pretty much it makes sense at this point. So anyway, I'm going to switch out my Athena into something that can not take this hit, because I knew that a Scald or an Ice Beam was coming my way, and Aerodactyl is foddered off here. So I did kind of stupid to prolong this battle. I really would have enjoyed sweeping my opponent, but that's not the case. In comes Mandibuzz, and I know that even at a +2, I can take a hit from a Suicune because I'm Mandibuzz, and Mandibuzz takes hits all day. And I go for the Whirlwind just to reset my opponent's stats from the beginning. And anything that comes in, including Garchomp, will not only get slower, but it's a Mandibuzz, and Mandibuzz can wall Garchomp all day. That is a given. We all know that. But let us make an example of this Garchomp. Now, since the Sticky Web is up and Garchomp is at -1 speed, I can get the Roost off first. Now, I'm not sure what nature this Garchomp might be. I was pretty sure that even at -1, Mandibuzz was still slower than a Jolly Garchomp. But that's not the case here. So my opponent is going to send out their Suicune once again to get stuck in sticky webs. And yeah, so anyway, you know what's kind of stupid? Why don't sticky webs go off when your opponent um, is whirlwinded away? I mean, Defog is the same flying move. So I guess a whirlwind would have been stronger than just a simple defog. So it should have acted like that anyway. It would have been more useful. So in comes a scold, and I was like, okay, if I do not thaw out of this, fuck logic and fuck this game. But that's not the case. So anyway, Athena. I love this Pokemon so much because she just tanks hits. I love this thing so much. So my opponent's going to go for the Calm Mind, and that is going to be me in the yellow shirt in the background. And we don't care what Suicune goes for because we are max special defense and max HP, and we can take hits all day long. And I'm going to go for the Nightshade again, and I don't think that this could kill Suicune. It's not enough. But anyway, my opponent reveals something very important. Now, the fact that my opponent had the Chesto Berry means that it's most likely not going to have Sleep Talk. But don't get me wrong. I've seen people use Chesto Berries, and they have also packed Sleep Talk just to trick opponents into thinking that they do not have the Sleep Talk. So provided you're bulky enough to take hits even when you're asleep, which is a good idea with Suicune and Melodic, you can run Chesto Berries and Sleep Talk together. I mean, I don't know if it's a good idea. So anyway, I'm going to go for the Nightshade. I know that 5 of these will take the Suicune out because it's not going to be enough. I think it's 5 or 4. I mean, I already brought it at this range of health, and the lefties would have helped the Suicune forestall my Nightshades. So at this range, my opponent goes for the Calm Mind. A horrible move, and that will cost them their Suicune. Now, my lefties will bring me almost all the way to full health. And I'm going to go for the final Nightshade and one more lefties boost, and I'm going to be at full health. And Suicune is out of the way, which is fantastic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if there's one thing that I want to show you guys how amazing this Pokemon is, it's in the following turn. Now, in comes Garchomp, and that is a Pokemon that I really did not want to deal with, but unfortunately, it's not the matchup I was telling you about. I'm going to switch on to my other big tanky bird, which is Mandibuzz, and it can take hits, especially from Garchomp. We all have seen what Mandibuzz can take from Garchomp. It has taken rocks, it has taken Dragon Claws, it has taken everything possible, but Garchomp still cannot punch a hole through Mandibuzz. It's just how it works. So anyway, Yachi Berry is off, and my opponent did not have the hidden ability here, which is kind of weird. So that goes to show you that they're not prepared. They're not at all prepared. I mean, a Garchomp should have had its hidden ability. I mean, well, he had the Tyranitar, which could have made sense for the Sandvale ability, but really, I wouldn't be that excited to see a Garchomp. Maybe it was a different build. I mean, the fact that it still had a Yachi Berry means that it must have had some bulk invested in it. I'm not sure, but you never know what's going on with these Garchomps. I've seen a lot of sets, so we conclude to the fact that my opponent either knows what they're doing or has no idea at all. So Garchomp can go spam Dragon Claws all day long, but this Buzzard is Um, it just doesn't care. That's why I love Mandibuzz so much. I mean, I used to like it even in 5th gen. It's one of the few Pokemon that I liked in 5th gen a lot. And I'm going to switch into Mamosvine, and my opponent's going to go for the Dragon Claw. I am a bulky Mamosvine, and I don't think that no, I don't have Ice Shard on this one. I have Stealth Rocks, but not Ice Shard. So I'm gonna go set up the Stealth Rocks, and anything that comes in, I really don't know why I did, but anything that comes in can just anyway. So I live with 1 HP, which is which is nice and weird. But anyway, this Mammoth is going to be fodder in the next turn because I'm pretty sure that after Garchomp dies, we all know that that Lucario is coming in. But ladies and gentlemen, is it a Lucario and a UU Lucario that I'd use in a battle? No, it's not the UU Lucario. It is a regular Mega Lucario. I'm sorry, I could not hold in the spoils, but my opponent, okay, in comes Lucario. Let's say that you never heard that. You're like, okay, what is he going to go for? He's going to go for the Mega Evolution. Now, at that moment, when I was chatting to him on Facebook, I told him that Mega Lucario is. Sorry about that. So, thing is that regular Lucario was just too mainstream and Mega Lucario to come in. So I was mentioning something before I got cut off, that Mega Lucario was banned, and this guy's like, oh, I don't know about any bans, and oh, I can use anything since they're accessible, and oh, excuses. So anyway, this Lucario's Flash Cannon looks like it's gonna be a 3-hit KO even with the lefties. So there's no point in roosting here. All I can do is whittle it down with Nightshade so I can revenge kill it with something later. Now, I was hoping that the leftovers would at least leave me at an amount of HP where I could at least, give off one last Nightshade and possibly finish off the Lucario, but my opponent's going to go for the Flash Cannon, and even though I'm special bulky, adaptability, Flash Cannon from a Mega Lucario explains why it was possibly expelled to Ubers. Now, I'm going to send in my Sazandora, and there's one thing that I know. This thing cannot take a choice banded outrage, not now, not ever. So Mega Lucario is out of the way, and yeah. So that, and in comes Talonflame, gonna take a horrible wrecking damage from the Stealth Rocks, but still didn't matter because I could have destroyed this thing. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. I will be posting some new battles quite soon, so stay tuned, comment, like, subscribe, and thank you for watching.